You know when we talk about modernizing the Muslim world, there are some values of the Western world that are amazing. Corruption is all over the world. Let's not be naive. There's corruption here, there's corruption everywhere. But the level of transparency that is found in Western governments, we're not even close. We're hundreds of years away from that in Muslim governments. There's a reason many of us move here, because if you actually put work in, you have an opportunity to earn a decent living. And if you did the same amount of work somewhere else in the Muslim world, depending on the color of your skin or the kind of connections you have and this and that, you wouldn't get that opportunity. People can buy your degree. People can buy your job, depending on their connections. There's a reason where, there's some elements of justice here that we appreciate. So when Muslims see that, they say, we need to get modern too. We need to modernize ourselves. In some sense, I agree. Our infrastructure needs to improve. The way we deal with water supply, the way we deal with sanitation, the way we deal with recycling, the way we deal with road systems, the way we deal with security. These things need to be upgraded, and we have something to learn from the West, absolutely. But then you know what we do? We don't learn any of that from the West. All the good stuff. We don't learn any of that. Well, we do learn the jeans and the sneakers, and we do learn the MTV and the VH1, and we do learn the movies, and we do learn all the stuff that will give you no good. You learn. So when somebody says they're westernized, that basically means they're shameless, and they took none of the good from the society. The corruption is all still there. The unethical practices are all still there. And all the things that aren't commendable, the things that we are trying to, there are wonderful things about this society, and then there are things we have to save ourselves and our kids from. And what's happening in the Muslim world, all over, and even here for the Muslims, we take all the things we're not supposed to from this society, and we don't learn from any of the things we're supposed to learn from. One of the great values of this country, in this society, is that it's disciplined. There's discipline. When you go to McDonald's, you can't cut a line. It doesn't matter if you're the CEO of IBM or the janitor at IBM. It doesn't matter. When you're in line, you're in line. It doesn't matter what kind of thing you're wearing on your head or what royal family you belong to. You're going to stay in line. Everybody's equal. And nobody can disrespect the guy behind the counter, because in that sense, everybody's equal. You go to the Muslim world, you're going to find that. You're going to find, one of my uncles decided, I can't deal with the, kafir society over here. I'm going to move my kids to a Muslim society because I want them to be around Islam. He came back in 6 months. He couldn't take it. He was standing in a post office, and some dude from the royal family walks up, cuts everybody in line, and starts chit-chatting with the guy. And he says, what are you doing? And you're not even supposed to make eye contact with the guy, because he'll get you in serious trouble. It's like, well, what is this? What kind of Islam is this? Then a friend of mine goes to Pakistan, and he's ordering food at a restaurant. And these restaurants, these waiters are really poor people, really, really poor people. He sees an SUV pull up, a 13-year-old kid, 12-year-old kid, rolls his tinted window down, he's listening to 50 Cent. He goes, oh, come here. He's talking to the 60-year-old waiter like, come here. And he's talking to him like he's dirt, like that. And the guy goes, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. And he goes and brings the tea, he takes a sip, puts some sugar in there. And he's cursing. This kid is cursing him out. And nobody's bothered by that. Nobody's bothered. Because that guy is supposed to be lower class. You're supposed to talk to him like that. What? What has happened to the Muslim Ummah? Where we can live like that and not even be bothered by it. You don't even flinch. And the only reason the Muslims from here, when they go, they're bothered by it, is because they got used to being treated with respect. They got used to that. And the only thing of the West that kid could take is 50 Cent. That's the only thing you could take. A baseball hat on sideways. That's the only thing you got from America. SubhanAllah. If this is not khutuwat al-shaytan, what is it? This is the pathetic state of the Ummah. The pathetic state. And we have an opportunity. Muslims in the West we're sitting on a colossal opportunity. We can take the best of a society and bring to it also the best of Islam. And we can show how those two things don't contradict each other. That's the other movement in the world today. The enemies of Islam are pushing it. Some liberal crazy elements are pushing it. What idea they're pushing? You can't get ahead in the world and have Islam at the same time. You can't do, those two things don't mix. If you want to be pre-modern and like barbaric and ancient, then you concern yourself with Islam. If you want to be with the times, then you have to leave Islam. They're two contradictory things. We're sitting on that golden opportunity. We have to show that that's not the case. That these two things come together in a person, So this is what